What is going on, guys? Welcome back. This is Weezus Talks. We are here for day 7 of the movie challenge, and it's been so fun doing these first 6 days with you guys. New subs. Basically, I have found a calendar where there's 30 days worth of prompts, and I am going to do a video for every day. And before we get into it, just make sure to leave a like, a comment, and a subscription. Guys, if you already subscribed, please ring that bell if you're having a good time, if you want some more. And I guess let's go ahead and get into the topic because I'm really excited about it. And the prompt for day 7 reads, a film that I'll never get tired of. And for me, no brainer, that's Django Unchained. Django Unchained was written and directed by the great Quentin Tarantino. It follows a retired dentist, a now bounty hunter, Dr. King Schultz, who befriends a slave named Django, who is separated from his wife in an attempt to punish them for running away. He's liberated by King, who proposes that if Django can identify the same men who beat and sold him to another plantation, that he would not only share the bounty, but he would grant Django his freedom. Schultz is a little more ahead of the curve as far as white men in the South. He doesn't believe in slavery. He thinks it's wrong, and is very happy to work alongside this man, and doesn't really understand the new Western ideas of institutionalization of slavery. This first act it's so great. It consists of so many adventures that these unlikely cowboys go on. You know, King quickly realized that Django is more skilled with the gun and has a fast hand, even calling him the
fastest gun in the South.
And decides that to teach him, you know, the art of bounty hunting. I just love the symbolism and the shots and the epic tragedy that's sung in the first act of this movie. It really sets up, you know, what we're about to go through. It doesn't feel like, it feels epic, but it feels like there's gonna be a lot of hard trudges along the way, a lot of toiling, a lot of heat, a lot of smoke, a lot of blood, a lot of struggle. It does a magnificent job of making the characters transparent. So you feel like that you can not only empathize with our heroes, but you also feel as if you knew them. When the first act comes to an end, Django, who we met as a beaten, heartbroken man, is now more sure of himself, has his own style, and has a whole new attitude. As much as I like films that start with a character who, you know, starts off one way and he goes on this whole adventure for the duration of the film and he ends another way, it's really key that Django is a different guy by the second act, because what they have in store for them in the second act is beyond... It's just crazy. They find out that his wife is being held captive on a plantation by Calvin Candy in a place called Candyland. They buy their way into a visit, and now they have to outsmart the skeptical house slave and the tyrannical slave master in order to safely rescue his wife from captivity. I don't even know where to start. I mean, you can go from the scene where he shows back up to his people who beat him and his wife, and he has the blue suit on, and he has a haircut. He's just way more, he's cleaned down. You can tell he's a whole different man. It just talks about black liberation and how liberation starts with inside of you. It's not necessarily policy. It's not necessarily anything that's signed. Liberation starts right here in your heart. And Django shows that fully. And, you know, as much as I love the movies that, you know, accurately depict history, it's always good to have a fantasy that shows that there was somebody who fought bad, because there were people who fought bad. I thought that the comparison of Django kind of being like the Lone Ranger with his fast hand was super cool, because it's even shown that the Lone Ranger was a black man. I just think that, you know, Tarantino's writing is just magnificent here. He wrote the most crucial script in the second act when you see how Calvin Candy interacts with Django, how he interacts with Dr. King Schultz, and how him and his slaves interact, especially the closest one to him, which is played by Samuel L. Jackson. As Django tries to get his wife out, one of the slaves finds out that Django knows his wife, that, you know, they're not here to buy mandingos, they're here to rescue his wife. Calvin ends up playing up on it, and it becomes this big game that just has you biting your nails, trying to, you know, just hoping that, you know, Django can make it out, and that him and Dr. King can make it out of the situation alive, that they can rescue the wife, and they can have an happy ending. It just has so many good scenes, but I think just to, you know, not pour you guys so much stuff, because I really want you to watch this for yourself and have your own interactions and interpretations. I love it. I love when Schultz is in the parlor room, and he talks about how he thinks that Alexander Dumas, who wrote The Three Musketeers, would feel about, you know, slavery and everything that Calvin Candy does and represents, because the book was in his library. And, you know, Candy is like,
soft-hearted Frenchie.
Schultz reveals,
Alexandre Dumas is black.
Alexander Dumas was a black man. A black man wrote The Three Musketeers. It's just so many good things like that that's layered into the movie. I know a lot of people had a problem with the N-word being said, but the N-word is crucial to the accurate history of the South. And you don't have the old South where slavery, captivity, institutionalization of black people started without the N-word, because the N-word was something that kind of is a part of that institution. I just feel like it was just beautifully written, and the aesthetic of the movie alone is worth the price of admission. It's super gory. It has a lot of good gunfights. In fact, it's some of the best gunfighting I've ever seen in a movie, so that's another plus to it. As you get to the end, you were in a nail biter the entire time. You spend the last 30 minutes on the edge of your seat, biting your nails, trying, hoping, pleading that our heroes can make it out in time. It's just one of the better movies that he's ever made, even though Tarantino's made some great movies. He does really good job when he does his fantasies, like he did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is my favorite fantasy he's ever written because it empowers people, it empowers the black man. It lets you know you don't need policy, you don't need politicians, and you don't need a white man to liberate yourself. Well, technically he needed one to free him, but liberation starts inside of you. And it doesn't matter who's around you or what you do, it matters what you believe in and what you believe about yourself that makes you truly free. This is just an excellent movie. It's one of my favorites. I think Tarantino is a genius. He's a god. We will never get another director like him. I can never get tired of this movie. It has so many witty lines, so much smart dialogue. The planning is clever. Even our heroes planning out the things they do, it's just so clever. They're clever. They're always getting away with it. If it's not King Schultz, talking his way out of a situation, it's Django shooting his way out of one. They really just do a good job at showing that these people are clever, they think on their feet, and that they're the type of people that are built for this kind of job. It kind of gives you that thrill of, what would it be like to be a bounty hunter, especially be a black bounty hunter, to see all these fellow blacks get killed, get murdered, get raped, and then be the one holding the gun. Shooting the same oppressors that were captivating your people. I just love how Django seems to understand that it takes a certain kind of man. He knows how to play the part. He's keeping it at the same level with everybody. He treats them as if they're all on the same level to him. Like, I got this job to do. Right now I'm playing this part and I'm going to carry out this part until the job is done. Guys, it's just an excellent movie. If I went into everything, all the layers, all the symbolism, we'd be here all day. I just want you to go watch it for yourself. Go rewatch it. Go see if I made any points that kind of change your perspective of the movie. And yeah, this is a really good flick. I can never get tired of Django Unchained. It's my favorite Tarantino flick. He's just a genius in our time, and we'll never get another one like him. So this is day 7. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this movie. What's the movie you don't get tired of? Let me know down below, okay? Leave a like and a comment. Love you guys so much. I'll see you guys later for day 8. Alrighty, bye.